It's wizard time.
Hey Dan, is it true you've been accused of cheating?
What?
Is it true you've been accused of cheating?
I literally don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
So you deny that you put anal beads up your rectum in order to use the vibrating function to cheat?
I've never done any of this. What is this about?
I'm assuming you're referencing something that we don't quite understand. So.
You've not been keeping up with the hot and wild world of chess?
What?
No.
Alright, so Magnus Carlsen is like the best player possibly ever, but definitely the best player in the world, right?
Uh-oh.
And he played against the young, he played against the young American prodigy who I can't remember his name because he's not really worth talking about because he's been accused of being a filthy cheat. And like chess.com or whatever has found that he cheated a bunch of online matches. And one of the sort of memes of the chess world that's been thrown around is he was using vibrating anal beads to be fed the moves. Because all they've said is that he was potentially using a vibrating device to be told where to go or what move to make.
Oh, come on, it could have been a dildo.
No, it's anal beads. It's anal beads, Dan. You just have to live with it.
Could have been a bad dragon dildo.
I don't think that's how it works.
It's exactly how it works. Which, in a hilarious turn of events, is not even actually the funniest chess-related story of the week.
I'm at the edge of my seat.
Oh.
I say, you mean worse than vibrating anal beads?
Yes. Well, the funnier. So everyone's, I was going to say favourite, but I mean, pretty sure it's the exact opposite. Everyone's least favourite richest man in the world, Elon Musk, has got in trouble again.
I mean, he does open his mouth a lot. But which one
yeah.
this time? Because, I mean, he does say a lot of things within the last, like, 5 seconds. In fact, he's probably said something while we're recording. When I hit the publish button, he's probably said something stupid.
Well, a couple days ago, he decided he was going to weigh in on the Ukrainian situation.
Oh God, I know where this is going. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So he decided I'm going to weigh in on, I'm going to give my thoughts on Ukraine. And he ended up with a Twitter poll that basically amounted to saying what they should do is have the UN go in and allow those bullshit referendums to take place, and then Russia will totally abide by those decisions and not, just...
Oh yeah, Russia always abides.
And also, not that they've already said if you put UN forces in here, we'll consider it an act of war. But no, apart from that. So,
I honestly think he wants World War III to happen.
So he said this. Zelensky obviously tweeted and called it and basically said, well, he put up his own poll that said, do you prefer an Elon Musk who supports Ukraine or one who supports Russia? Good bit. But then, Garry Kasparov, perhaps one of the most famous chess players of all time, he's the guy who lost to Deep Blue, which is kind of sad that is the thing I have to say as the most famous, as the way you might know him. So he weighed up on the issue, and he had quite possibly one of the best responses to the whole thing. In fact, it's so good, I'm going to read it. This is moral idiocy, a repetition of Kremlin propaganda, a betrayal of Ukrainian courage and sacrifice. It puts few minutes browsing Crimea on Wikipedia over the current horrific reality of Putin's bloody war. Who are you to reward years of Putin's war crimes with Ukrainian blood and land? To declare done and what evil crimes must be undone. It is not too late to delete this and say you are high. Please do. Which, I mean, I think it's not too late to say you are high and delete this is one of the best fucking shit talks.
It is pretty good. But
one thing is, that was where the story ended. So Elon Musk, man of the people that he is, decided, I'm going to weigh in on this and say, we gave Starlinks to Ukraine and lost $800 million in doing so. Untrue, by the way. The US funded him to do that.
Yep.
And it's a tax write-off. While putting SpaceX and myself at risk of Russian cyber attack. What have you done besides tweet? And then a collection of about at least 4 times of Garry Kasparov himself personally protesting Putin across the years and being viciously beaten and arrested for it. was bombarded. It's like, man, what a stupid hill to die on, Elon Musk. It's like you're actively trying to throw shade at a guy who's a fucking hero for standing up against the evil, corrupt regime, and your response is, oh my god, I'm being cyberbullied by Russia, maybe, except not, and the US is funding me to do this? What have you done, Gary Kasparov, that famous international chess player who's been protesting Putin for years? It's not too late to delete Elon Musk and say we're all high.
I know Musk had like some weird takes about the English Empire too recently. I don't remember the full thing. I remember part of it was that the Boston Tea Party was due to low taxes. It wasn't because of that, but it was for but the tax thing was really kind of the scapegoat thing. Also, it wasn't low taxes. Even the scapegoat thing.
Yeah. Because the actual like tea tax they were about was actually basically just to fund bringing high quality tea instead of low quality counterfeit tea they were importing from elsewhere. So but it was more or less just like kind of an excuse to say, all right, well, this is a step too far. It's kind of like, you know, the storming of the Winter Palace in Russia, which was done with about 5 people, or the storming of the Bastille, which had literally 1 person in it. But it's symbolic, I guess. But anyway, that's been the hot and wild world of chess this week. It's full of billionaires and anal beads. How's that for a story?
Well, on the other side, I watched a few things, I guess. Nothing on the level of anal bead cheating. I don't have anything like that.
Well, now I just got one up.
So so because I'm going to be running a Monster of the Week thing with Hocus Pocus, I decided to watch the first one and the second one, which came out recently.
There's the second one?
Yeah. So the first one is one that I like to watch every like Halloween season because it's a dumb, cheesy movie. I enjoy it.
You can't not watch it on Halloween because it's on all the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really watch, you know, cable TV. I just watch.
It's like avoiding the Christmas Story on Christmas. It's on every channel.
Not being funny. What the fuck else is this going to air on Halloween? They have like that or the Halloween Town movies. That's it.
I guess they could just keep marathoning Ghost and Molly McGee now.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, they made a second one. Now I'm gonna give you a very hot review on this. This is gonna be very detailed. It's gonna be very scathing. It's okay. It's not great. It's all right. It's fine.
This is not what I expected. I'm sure it's gonna be all right.
It's all right. It's okay. I don't think the kids are as fun in this one because when I rewatched it, I was actually like, wow, the kids are actually kind of funny. And like the actors are actually pretty good with the kid actors. But this one, like the 2 lead girls, there's the third one, but she's barely in the movie. They're okay. They're not nearly as interesting or have as much personality as the 3 kids from the first film. They're just very okay. The movie is okay. There's some funny bits. There's stuff for me to use for Monster of the Week in there. But like, yeah, I think the first one is definitely the better film. Just is. It's not bad. It's alright.
I guess there's these other nightmarish release recently. The live-action Pinocchio movie.
I'm not fucking watching that.
Nobody did.
Yeah, I'm part of the club of not watching it.
It's just like with She-Hulk.
I have no idea if a lot of people are watching that.
Was there already a live-action Pinocchio starring Drew Carey?
There's a lot of live-action. Pinocchio's public domain.
Yeah.
I mean, I just know there was it was the only role I've ever seen Drew Carey in where he was like actually trying to play it seriously, and he was actually surprisingly believable.
Yeah, there's
Chicago, which was that's shocking. Drew Carey is actually capable of not joking around.
It wasn't Drew Carey, I know that.
There's fuckloads of live-action Pinocchios. Like I said,
the new one, I think it's. Oh, why am I forgetting his name? I'm gonna feel like a dickhead, but I know something. His voice is gonna feel like a dickhead when you say it. He's the voice of Woody in Toy Story.
Oh, Tom Hanks.
Tom
One of
Hanks.
the most famous actors.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna feel like a
I'm gonna say
dickhead.
you forgot Tom Hanks.
I
again.
did. I did.
Now you better be careful, otherwise Alec Baldwin might accidentally shoot you.
It's true. By the way, should I fight Ric Flair or Chris Jericho?
Ric Flair, we need to punish him for his crimes.
You're right. The other thing I watched was the first episode of Witch of Mercury.
Alright, let's yet to see that.
Oh yeah, it's starting. I was gonna let it build up a couple episodes before I went into it.
Oh, I've been distracted.
See, I was expecting one of you guys to watch it, so I was making sure I watched it before recording. Well, I watched it yesterday.
You can never tell with what we're going to decide. Okay, now we'll binge this. Now we won't binge this. We like to keep it fresh. Keep it real.
I'll just say I really liked it. I don't want to.
I've heard good things about it.
I can't really go into details because you guys haven't really watched it yet.
I've heard good things about it, but you never know. I mean, there have been plenty of Gundams that started out okay and then went downhill fast.
True.
Remember Double O? Remember Iron-Blooded Orphans?
No, because I didn't watch Iron Blooded Orphans.
Well, I was still good to say though.
Yeah, Iron-Blooded Orphans seemed okay.
I will say, at least so far, it doesn't seem like another UC. You know what I mean?
Give it time.
I mean, it might. Who knows?
You never know. Give it. You can't. You have to treat Gundams with a tiny bit of suspicion every time, because they will hit you with stuff just out of nowhere. And like, you thought this was just a happy-go-lucky series.
It does feel like
about these birds.
Well,
surprised everyone's dead.
Oh, I do know one thing about it. Well, a couple things. So, one is, so it felt very Utena, and then like Revolutionary Girl Utena, and then I realized that it was the guy who wrote like 2 of the Utena novels is working on it, which is cool. There is one not cool thing though that he did. Any of you guys ever look at or are aware of the 08 MS Team novel?
Is that the thing where the kid gets raped?
Gets raped and she bites her tongue to kill herself, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah, that's another thing that he's wrote. So there's that. So he wrote the original stuff was good, and he wrote that, which is not so good.
Look, Dan, maybe it's a tasteful rape scene.
No. I mean, maybe if you were to talk to a Kill la Kill fan, they'd say that about that one scene in Kill la Kill, but I'm not a Kill la Kill fan.
Autistic rape, Dan, you don't understand. Ugh.
Maybe it'll be like Cross Ends, where every horrible thing we think of the show will promptly do 5 minutes later.
Oh god, that reminds me! Because people were bitching at the possibility of gays in it. You know, people who, by the way, couldn't really tell any Gundam other than G Gundam, which I think is really funny. But shit. Now my brain's farting because I'm too busy kind of giggling over beating the shit out of Ric Flair.
You had it coming.
It's true.
This is for the airplane from hell, you fuck.
It's true. But yeah, fucking goddamn it! Now I forgot. But yeah, they were getting mad over that, and I thought, I don't know, I just found it funny when it was like a bunch of weirdos making some kind of weird grip. So we're even like a Gundam fan who doesn't even like what they've seen so far, in which Mercury's like, hey, who just tells them to get the fuck out, and they're like, and it's just like, I don't fucking even like Witch of Mercury, but you don't belong here. This is my gatekeeping. But yeah, I don't know, but yeah, we won't know. It could be turned into shit later. But right now, I'm liking it, and the animation for it's really good. They go back and forth between using CG and 2D animation for the mechs, but it looks good.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll check it out. I just have been pretty busy this week.
I do think it's funny that she starts off with funnels, though.
Funnels aren't the hip new thing anymore. We've seen them 1,000 times. An old hat.
Oh yeah, it's just kind of fun seeing them like early, because usually you usually don't see them till late.
Yeah, not only does it usually take a while for funnels to show up, but they usually never give the protagonist that ever.
Like, unless you're like
because
Seed or like Amuro in the one movie, or the
Yeah,
unicorn,
but even see that was more out of desperation, like.
or the unicorn.
Yeah, well, unicorn doesn't really have funnels. I mean, I know he can steal. I know he can steal.
No, he does have the funnels with the machine guns on them.
Oh, the shields? That's a little different.
So I busted open Ric Flair's face and knocked him out.
It's okay, but it's like usually they don't give the protagonist funnels because funnels are one of those things that work better for the bad guys to use and the bad guys to defend against.
I know that in the prologue they showed like a way that to get around funnels. So that's probably gonna be a thing that she's gonna deal with.
I know Amuro had them, but even then they were mostly gone by the time he fought Char.
He mostly used them as a shield, to make his prison barrier thing.
Kira had them, but that was more out of desperation because they're like, what else could we possibly give him to make it more powerful? Because we gave him everything else, funnels. And even then, all it really does is create a nice light show background for his final battle.
I don't remember. Did any of the ones from 00 have them?
Funnels. Oh, Lock-On did.
Sort of. Lock-On had funnels, but they were like defense funnels.
He used them as shields because he was a sniper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the other thing too with... Okay, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, like, all of the movie mechs had funnels, but, you know, they didn't really duel any other Gundams in the movie, so it made sense.
Didn't one of the Trinity Gundams just have funnels?
And then Ali stole that one.
Yeah, because Ali is the true hero.
And then, so yeah, funnels was mostly something they gave to the enemy.
The other things too with it is, so the funnels are the shield, and they turn into it, like, you know, a handheld shield.
Yeah, I saw that.
One thing that's kind of funny is someone got into it that shouldn't have been inside of it, and when they tried shooting the beam rifle, they actually fell ass over tea kettle in the mech. Like, the mech, like, falls over. And I thought that was kind of interesting, just the idea that if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, like, you can just, like, lose your balance shooting the gun in the robot, and I thought that was kind of neat.
Fair. As I said, we will. I imagine we will watch it. Just
yeah, and part of me is there's part of me that's hoping when we all watch it and it's all said and done that one of us loves it, one of us hates it, and the other one's indifferent because that'd be funny. That's what I want because it'd be funny.
Fair enough.
I mean, if we all end up in one of those camps, like whatever, but it would be funny if we were just all split. Also, now I gotta fight Jericho and Triple H at the same time.
I mean, sometimes it's funny, and sometimes the one person that likes it just gets bullied by everyone else until they stop caring and hate it.
Hey! You're making this about Seed!
Hey!
I'm not bitter.
I can see through your games.
I'm not bitter.
Nice try, I hop.
You're allowed to like it. Fine. You don't like Seed Destiny. I draw a line at that.
Nobody likes Seed Destiny.
Actually, I did meet someone who likes Seed Destiny. I know, it's scary.
I'm like, I could be like, I could like Seed Destiny if they did this, and this differently, but I've never seen somebody who's like, Seed Destiny is great the way it is. You know, because they'd be wrong. Even Japan doesn't think that.
They love Kira.
There's a reason every time Seed Destiny got a revision, like they changed something about the ending.
I wonder if they'll change anything about Blooded Orphans ending.
Probably not.
According to the re-release, which people didn't even bother putting online because that's how little people cared about it at that point. No. According to that, they just didn't even do the ending. They ended it like at the part that everyone argued was the pinnacle of the show.
Oof.
And that was it.
The mobile armor battle.
Oh wait for the the movie compilation thingy.
Yeah, for the movie compilation goes as far as the mobile armor battle, and then it just ends. They don't go to the final arc because nobody likes the final arc.
That's kind of funny, actually.
We've declared the ending as non-canon.
Possible. It's possible they're just like, no, we don't want to do the ending because all of the interesting characters died.
I guess in game news, I've not really watched a whole lot of anything new. Mostly kind of rewatching a few things in the past a few things that I liked and just good background noise. But I've been playing Trails from Zero steadily.
Ah, yes.
I know it had some kind of release recently.
Yeah, it's the crossbow stuff that the arc that got kind of skipped over between Sky and Gold Steel.
That most people already played with the online release that
Yes.
years ago.
That people watched with their played with their official copies of the game.
People were just like, we're pirating this fan translation because it's never going to come out. And then people were like, hey, we're going to release it after all. 10 years too late.
I like how every
They're like,
cutscene
well,
after the wizard wins
That's nice, but I already played it.
is still the wizard getting his ass kicked. Oh, here comes Mankind.
Good old McFoley. I mean, Mankind.
I think McFoley's gonna... Is McFoley gonna help me, or is he gonna make things worse? Oh, he's gonna help me.
Of course he's gonna help you. He's the nicest guy.
I was going to say...
He'll even help the
always makes
wizard!
things worse.
He'll even help the wizard!
If you're curious, though, I'm only doing the sort of mission where you first meet. I literally have just met Cecile, and I'm doing that case where you have to find the wolf beast things. I doesn't care.
Good old Cecile.
Yes. And good old Brandy.
Has Randy unlocked his edge yet?
No. Randy hasn't unlocked. As I said, I already know where most of these characters end up. It's like, you're on the run, and you're on the run, and you're made into
you're on the run. You're on the run. Hey, you're actually a former bloody mercenary.
Hey, I know you. You're that guy who becomes a teacher and also your cousin's a psychopath.
What? No.
It'd be real awkward when, like, G shows up and it's like, whatever happened to you? Oh, that's what happened to you.
Oh, yes, that guy.
There's a boss in Cold Steel 1 who it shows up a lot throughout, like, the first half of the game, and then he just kind of vanishes because he appears in crossbow stuff and he dies horribly.
Yeah.
F.
It's just like, hey, what happened to G? Oh, he died in crossbow.
He died. C said he was sleeping. He lied. Why oh why is my G dead? Couldn't that lesbian hit me instead? Oh.
Oh yeah, apparently Overwatch 2's launch has been fucking abysmal.
I don't know how anyone can say that 'cause they can't play it.
See, exactly.
Well, allegedly they claim they were hit by 3 DDoS attacks. So it's now a question of...
the DDoS attack
is it DDoS or is it potato servers?
I think it's potato servers.
You'll never know.
Also, you gotta give them your phone number, and it can't be prepaid, bitch.
Mm.
Unless you're a Overwatch 1 player, because apparently they're gonna rescind that to Overwatch 1 players, so where it's like, okay, you don't need to give us your phone number, you don't have to. But anybody else, you better do it, and it better be one of those contracts. Don't you fucking use a prepaid, you cunt.
Like
I
said
don't have a
before,
prepaid, by the way. I want that for full disclosure.
Like I said, I do kind of. It's the kind of thing of it's a shitty practice, but I also somewhat understand the reasoning behind it. So it's like
The problem with it being where you have to have like a contract phone is because of how much more they cost in like a prepaid. You're gating off a lot of people.
I know that. I know. I said it's shitty, but then it's like I don't know. It's the kind of thing.
So okay, so you have that. Okay, I mean they ban people that cheat anyway because they ban them quick. So whatever. For Smurfs, I don't really give a shit because the matchmakers are already pissed. And people will just blame Smurfs anyway, even if it's just the guy who's just better than them and kills them, because people will say someone cheats when they die in a video game. I literally watched like in Evo, like this one guy claimed that this guy that was piloting Grandpa was like cheating or using aimbot when all he was doing was he'd hit a guy with a hammer and then while they're stunned and can't move, shoot them like 2 times in the head and kill them. Like, that's not hard to do.
Dan, he could have been cheating. You didn't check his ass for anal beads.
You're right, I didn't. He could have put anal beads in the Vulcans.
Exactly. In fact, funny stuff. I'm not entirely sure if this one's true because this one also came up, but apparently anal beads were also used in cheating and fishing. By using weighted anal beads put inside of fish in order to make them weightier, because that's how you judge fishing competitions, apparently. Yeah, we'll never know if Overwatch 2 is a good or bad game because no one can play it.
I mean, from what I know, Overwatch 2 is just Overwatch 1, but with 5 players instead of 6.
It's from, as far as I can tell / understand, Overwatch 2 is not at all a sequel. It is essentially a update where they've slapped a 2 on it, which, you know...
They also... I'd have to show you it, but if you look up Junkrat's art for the game, and you look at Junkrat's art for 1, I don't know how they do it, but Blizzard fucking did it. They managed to whitewash a white man. I'm kind of impressed, actually.
Good job, Junkrat.
But, like, honestly, like, it's probably, if you like Overwatch, sure, I guess you'll like it.
Look, he's an Aussie. He's an Aussie. They're all racist.
But, also, the illustrations are definitely not as good. Because apparently what they did was they actually just took the model and, like, drew over it.
Makes sense. I will say a lot
like
of
this sounds pretentious, but the illustrations look very... God, again, this sounds fucking pretentious, but I'm gonna just say it. They look soulless.
I'll say I don't like the design. I don't like most of the default Overwatch 2 designs more than the original ones.
Oh yeah.
Most of the characters. There's a few of them where I'm like, yeah, okay, that one's a decent redesign, but a lot of them are just kind of. This feels unnecessarily changed or over-designed.
Like, Farah didn't really get one, which is fine, because Farah's design was fine. Diva, all they really did to her was put her hair up in a ponytail, and I think that's kind of funny. Like, Tracer's, like, slight design differences in a removal of her ass.
Should be removal of her fucking voice.
And then the rest are just like...
Yeah, they removed Tracer's ass and gave it to Diva, because that was the thing.
No, Diva always had that ass. She always did have that ass.
It seemed, from everyone that was posting about it like a couple of weeks ago, it seemed like it was they updated the model, but fair enough. Can't say I ever really looked, because most of the time most of the time I saw baby divas would just crush them with one mighty German hammer. Because why would I play a character who's not Reinhardt? Right, yeah. Because then I'll play a character who's Because then the question is, why would I play a character who's not Junkrat?
I played when I did play, I played typically Farah, Diva, and Junkrat, and sometimes Tracer. Sometimes Sombra.
Junkrat spoke to you on a personal level.
Junkrat's great because I honestly this is something I'm going to compliment Overwatch on, is that I felt like his grenade launcher was far more consistent when it came to aiming his bombs than like the Demo Man was in TF2. I think the TF2 is a better game overall when there's no bots, but I think Junkrat's grenade launcher was better than the Demo Man's. Any of them.
Also after they did the big redesign, I did quite enjoy Chillbjorn. Mostly because so they made it so his ult, where he transformed into that rage form, became his standard ability, and I used to joke he's becoming the legendary Super Swede.
Yeah, I think I stopped playing before they did that. I think.
But that made me enjoy him. I don't know, I'll probably try Overwatch 2 with friends when it works. See how it is.
Maybe they shouldn't have killed Overwatch 1 to get this to work. That Overwatch 1 was the one that they had stapled together with glue. Not
that
good
was-
glue. Just like Elmer's.
That's probably the worst thing. Is you could have just kept Overwatch 1 server going and then casually gone. All right, we're gonna close it now for 2. But because did the whole mass cutoff, it meant hey, anybody who wants to play Overwatch 2 and is locked out for this for these server issues. Just shit out of luck.
What if this is just something like just really elaborate big tax scam?
Yeah, Blizzard's not that smart.
I mean, that's why it's very blatant.
Nah, Blizzard's not even that smart.
They're too busy sexually harassing their workers.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have anything to add to that. That's just what happens there.
Well, I've heard specifically on that, it's a large majority of that is in the WoW team. Which kind of makes sense, they're the oldest team at that company. And the biggest. And probably one of the most amount of cunts because, WoW, they treated their players like shit forever. They at least baited the Hearthstone of the Overwatch community by pretending to give a shit, and then they fucked them over. Adding premium currency to Hearthstone a few weeks ago, well, a couple months ago now.
Oof. I wouldn't know.
Making
It's another fucking tag battle.
previously completely tag battle.
Well, tag match.
Oh, right. The actual game we're playing. Right. Kind of forgot. Problem is, it's not a whole lot to talk about wrestling, because we already talked about all the really fuck.
I mean, we haven't really. It has the issue with like wrestling does, where they just keep showing the same people. So it's like, cool, we can joke about Ric Flair, but we already did that. Chris Jericho's just a guy. We don't have much for that. Triple H, we've already done all of our Triple H jokes. Mankind is a great man, and we don't have jokes for him.
Yeah, just like, I'm pretty sure Mick Foley actually does like a podcast or something these days. Go check him out. He's a really cool guy.
Yeah, he's genuinely a good guy. We literally have nothing bad to say about him. Like,
no one does. He's not even like other wrestlers who everyone said was a good guy, and then they got on Twitter and turned out, oh, they're horrible homophobes or hyper-conservatives. It's like, what do you want? Like, you can't. If the Undertaker was here, we could joke about his shitty tweets, or hey, if Kane was here, we could joke about him basically being pro-Putin.
yeah,
But they're not. We just have we just got Mick Foley, and I love him.
he's the goodest of good boys.
You can't make fun of him. What am I supposed to do? Just say Mick Foley cheated because he had vibrating anal beads up his ass in the wrestling match? I'll say it. I'll say that if you want me to.
Like, I mean, he did like a walk around the country and was just doing shit for people. Like, dude's a good dude. We got nothing. It's like the Mr. Rogers of wrestling.
Damn it, Mick Foley. Why can't you be involved in some controversy to give us more content? You selfish asshole.
You swine. That's his crime. He didn't give us trade content. TM.
You're gonna give us content. It's not as if any YouTube stars have done anything, over the top shitty. I like how a guy was telling me about like one of the Tribe guys has like been exiled from them because he was found cheating on his wife, and I was like, okay, what else did he do though? Because like that just seems like nothing compared to what everyone else has done.
Yeah, we're so desensitized from all the other bullshit.
Sorry, did he cheat? Oh, was it with a minor? No. Oh,
just a regular person.
Yeah, he just had a regular old affair. You're like, well, that's not fun.
Like, did he cheat on his wife while like taking secret pictures in the closet? No, it's
I got nothing for that.
Did he have
It's so vanilla.
Did he have some crazy drug-fueled sex orgy?
Where's the sex cult?
Yeah, like this is so bullshit. Get out of here. I don't care.
This is the era of Ezra Miller. Step up your fucking game, bitch.
It's like, oh, boo-hoo, pro Jared cheated on his wife, and he's still around.
It took him a few months, but he came back.
Hey, Dr. Disrespect is somehow still alive. I think.
Maybe? I don't know, I don't pay attention to him.
We'll never know. Yeah, we'll never know. I just know he cheated on his wife and then he got hyper banned from Twitch for something.
I have no idea. I didn't pay attention to him.
I don't know what you. I actually don't know how you get like completely banned from Twitch.
That's a good question.
Tell you what,
Show
though,
your genitals?
I guess that's what got what's his name, Darkside Phil.
I think Darkside Phil's still around.
Oh, was it Wings of Redemption? Someone like masturbated live on stream by accident.
I think Darkside Phil did that, and he survived that because Darkside Phil will outlive us all. You can't be on dead or disgraced when you had no grace, and I don't think he can be killed.
We'll find out.
I think he's immortal.
It's hard to be dead or disgraced when you were just kind of born disgraced.
It's just when you're just Darkside Phil.
Merely adopted the disgrace. I was born in it. Ugh. Well, at least Alec Baldwin is a proud member of the disgrace side of that game. Having straight up killed a lady. But it's fine, they're going ahead with the movie down. And they were really on the edge of your seat about if they were going to make this Western enough that it cost a cinematographer her life.
Oh, I was a little worried. Thank God.
It's a move that's so, it feels so like, you know, in poor taste. You're amazed that Warner Brothers didn't make it.
Hold on, double check.
They've released plenty of movies where crew members have died in the making of it. It's only really a problem if the actors died.
No, they've released movies where the main actors died in the process of making it, like The Crow.
Yes.
You know what? You're right. I'm gonna. Oh my God! No, it's Walt Disney who's making this Rust film. Yeah, that makes sense. Wasn't there some movie where like a helicopter, like there was like a helicopter shot, and they were filming at night when they shouldn't have been with children, and like the pilot was like, "No, I don't want to do this," and the director was like, "Do it, pussy." And then the that was it.
The helicopter crash and killed the two illegal child actors who were working way past when they should have and weren't being paid in the first place, and they also killed Vic Morrow. And they still managed to cut it into the movie somehow.
I wonder if Smackdown's gonna have
Even though the actor freaking died shooting that one scene, they managed to recut it so that it sort of made sense.
Right, that was one by John Landis, wasn't it? Oh,
yeah.
One by John Landis, and that's why he got somewhat unpersoned.
Yeah, that really hurt his career, but he did complete the movie.
Turns out murdering 2 children pretty bad.
No, the helicopter scene they didn't really want to do. Well, there was that, but there was also Terminator 2. The scene where the helicopter flies under the bridge was done with an actual helicopter flying under a bridge, and the crew was like, "This is really stupid, and we shouldn't do this, James Cameron." And James Cameron was like, "No, do it."
James Cameron like, "I'm going to make Avatar."
So finally, this one crazy helicopter pilot's like, "Yeah, I'll do it," and he managed to pull off the maneuver without crashing and killing himself and Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, it's a really cool shot, but like, they really shouldn't have taken the risks to do that.
Was it worth it?
I mean, I guess considering Terminator 2 is a beloved movie.
True.
Also, I won by DQ again because the cerebral assassin using all of his 2 brain cells grabbed a chair and hit me and got DQ'd. Literally, as soon as I saw him pull up the chair, I'm just gonna walk towards you so I win. Do it, pussy. Hit me!
Well, but yeah, that basically killed off John Landis' career, which, you know, you don't really walk back from that. That's one of the few things you probably can't walk back from, even in today's world. I think if 2 children died because you're 2 illegally hired children died under your watch, it'd be pretty hard to walk that one back.
I feel like somehow Ezra Miller would be fine.
Well,
Have there been any updates on that lately?
no, I think he's been. I think they've got him locked in a basement somewhere.
Yeah, I just assume Ezra's been locked up by Warner Brothers, with armed guards pointing assault rifles at him, saying you're not going to move from this spot until our stupid movie is out, and then we can finally wash our hands of you.
That I don't know if that'll work. I think he'll still break out.
You move, we'll get LeBron James on you.
Oh, shit.
As we all know, Warner Brothers does own LeBron James.
They do.
He's still the game, and this is still
That's why he's in Multiverses and Space Jam 2.
And he can certainly do it again tonight.
The multiverse roster is still such a fuck. I love it. It's so stupid.
Why are you making our lives so difficult, Ezra? What have we ever done to you? My goals are beyond your understanding.
He has no goals. He's just chaos.
And we'll miss him we'll miss Ezra when they're gone though. We'll have to find a new punching bag.
I mean, we can always just go back to old Reliable.
We'll have many of those.
I mean, that's true. We do have award-winning comic book Dan Slott.
I mean, yeah, we got Slot, Carbomia,
Joe Quesada.
Joe Quesada, Casey Jones.
Maybe we'll be okay.
What's one less punching bag? I would like to punch Alec Baldwin for a while.
I mean, he does have a very punchable face.
He did kill that woman.
Maybe Doc Oz? We could make fun of Doc Oz? I don't know.
Yeah, what have they done?
There's kind of your honestly, there's kind of your bargain bin variety. Fucking pretend doctor. I guess we'll just. I guess he can only become one if he manages to become senator.
I mean, people like that are only ever interesting if they ever go too far on So there was not quite. I mean, basically.
he's kind of he's kind of bargain bin conservative. He's anti-vax, shit like that, and is into weird alt medicine shit.
Oh, I guess we wanted some fucking punching bags. So there was the Conservative Party conference over here over this weekend, and I only mentioned this because the Home Secretary decided that she was going to make a speech talking about a few things, saying, and I'll only paraphrase a few of this because it was a bit troublesome having to watch her goose step onto stage. But she had such memorable lines as saying we will crack down on protesters with unapologetic police action. Sorry, unapologetic policing. As if the police have ever apologized for a goddamn thing they've ever done before.
They'll shoot the hostage and be like, "What?"
Hostage situation resolved.
Hostage situation resolved. Everyone's dead, and we're going to demolish the area because we don't want people asking anybody. I mean, because it could be tragic.
It's very the energy, except for it's me playing a fucking video game and not real lives. Like when I'm playing a game and I'm like, this is a stealth mission, I'm shooting everybody, and they're like, but it's stealth mission, you're not supposed to be seen. And it's like, nobody can see me if they're all dead. That's what it's that energy, except for, I'm playing a video game and it's funny because they're fake people I'm killing.
And also, she said that she was dreaming of deporting immigrants. It was her obsession, and it's like, Jesus, lady, your parents were immigrants.
You'd be surprised how many people are children of immigrants that are like this. You'd be surprised.
As most Cisnak would say, those damn immigrants. He caused all the problems. No, oh wait, no. Ugh.
It's an unfortunate thing, but it's something that I've noticed as a not uncommon thing.
There was a few other interesting tidbits, but they're actually interesting to me. The Prime Minister did decide to declare war on what she called the Anti-Growth Coalition, and then subsequently proceeded to name basically every organisation that wasn't her. So, you know. Yeah, we're all part of the anti-growth coalition now.
Huh.
Even you.
Oh god, even me, and I don't even know
Why
this
do you-
bitch.
Why do you hate why are we so anti-growth?
I don't know, because I'm on a diet.
I just can't stand growth, man. Pisses me off so much that I just need to form a coalition. That's it.
We'll
With
call
the
our
boss of Shell.
We'll call ourselves the Slim Jims.
I wouldn't even find it quite as funny if not for the fact that the CEO of Shell, which is a major energy fuel company over here, then came out and said, you guys need to tax us, please. We can't be trusted. Tax us. Why aren't you taxing us?
You know it's bad when a corporation for once is like, listen guys, it's getting bad. Please,
Taxes, for fuck's sake.
you really need to start taxing us. Like, this was funny, this was a good grip for a while, but shit's really getting bad.
Good joke, guys, but seriously, the profiteering is ridiculous. You need to tax us.
We've had our fill now. Can you please tax us?
So, I guess Shell is also part of the anti-growth coalition. Should get T-shirts, all of us members of the anti-growth coalition.
I wanted to also just have like the Slim Jim logo like incorporated and just Macho Man Randy Savage on it.
I mean, Macho Man is definitely all about growth.
No, I think in the context of this, I
Macho
think
Man Randy Savage is this crazy person who just like shouted his name at me in a bathroom all the time.
Oh,
He was on vacation and then left.
oh, you.
Yeah, he just walked by. He's like, Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah, and then just walked out the door while I was standing there peeing, and I was like, okay.
Oh, I choked out Triple H. That happened.
He probably deserved it.
Maybe. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I can't choke out Undertaker in this playthrough because he's on the Smackdown side.
Damn you, Undertaker.
But I've stolen yet another belt from Triple H. Get fucked, idiot. It's mine, just like the other one.
It's fine. He'll steal your wife off his corpse.
I don't think the Wizard has a wife.
We don't know. We've already proven we don't know anything about the Wizard.
Let's
We
make
don't
our
know-
own
We don't know
mythology.
anything about the wizard beyond Mongoose Blood. We decided that was funny enough that we were just going to run with it.
You know what?
Couldn't.
We'll make our own mythology. All right. Is the Wizard married? We need to determine this now because he's about to get knocked
Yes.
off a cliff.
You
Okay.
know what? Yes, he is. But he's married to America.
Ah, I see. Like, I already have a wife, and he just points at the fucking Statue of Liberty.
Exactly.
Jim, they've got your wife, but I'm not married. You are now to America.
To America. I hate that so much.
Okay, now what I have to do by next session is edit the opening, the intro music for the Wizard to be fucking the I Am a Real American. I'm gonna have to do that now. So when this recording's over, I'm gonna have to pull the Wizard back into the editor and give him "I Am a Real American."
You could give him like you could give him the James Brown song.
I gave him Big Show because I thought it'd be funny.
Living in America could also be fun because it doubles as rock.
Yeah, but it's not in the game.
Damn it! Why would you do this to me?
I didn't make the game.
Also, it's pretty ominous in Rocky since they play it right before Apollo dies.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't have gone against the Russian death machine, should he?
It's true.
It's his own fault. Much like with Vince McMahon, at a certain point you have to ask, whose fault is it really? His for doing exactly what you knew he was going to do, or your for believing he would do anything else?
Oh, that was the end of the campaign. That was it.
We won!
We won!
We beat Triple H. We've officially ended something in WWE Raw.
Alright, so here's the question. Because that actually went pretty quick. I'm surprised at how short that campaign is. Should we switch the Wizard over to SmackDown side and have him destroy the SmackDown division as well?
Yes.
Alright.
Now you could debut the new intro music next time.
Yes! I actually was surprised when it showed the WrestleMania logo after I got to the credits because I haven't really been paying that much attention to the story. I was like, wait, what?
I just Mania that wrestled?
I just
Oh no.
I just won WrestleMania? Okay. Now, who do you think we're going to have to fight in the Smackdown WrestleMania? John Cena? Probably John Cena.
No me hope.
Because John Cena is on the Smackdown side of the roster.
Is this homophobic era John Cena or
This is rapper era.
no? Oh, sorry, better or worse.
I don't know. This is like early John Cena, before he was the superhero John Cena, when he was rapper John Cena. Then he became the superhero where he gains more strength by more wristbands that he has on. Every time a child goes and buys a wristband at the stand, at the gift shop at the stadium, John Cena's power would increase just a little bit more. I guess we have that. We have John Cena jokes to look forward to, and probably Undertaker.
I'm sure there's other people on SmackDown we could find who are dead or disgraced.
Oh, I'm sure there are. We didn't really have too many on Raw to deal with. They just kind of kept throwing the same people at us.
To be fair, the ones they threw, pretty bad.
Yeah, we did get Ric Flair. Wait! Benoit's on SmackDown! Benoit!
Chris!
Chris! Hold on, fuck this. We're skipping the credits. I'm gonna do these edits on the fucking video. Oh wait, no, it takes forever to load. Fuck. But I'm going to do it off video because it takes forever to fucking load this shit, because it's a PS2 game. Join us next time when the Wizard decides to take on the Smackdown division.
Was to save Chris Benoit's family from Chris Benoit?
No.
No, yeah.
It's time to leave.